I'm not gonna lie, you have to be a little nervous. He's a 400 to 500 pound tiger. They're kind of like at the top of the animal chain. You know what I mean? And you just have to suck it up and be a man. And it was pretty comfortable until I heard him roar. Just incredibly, incredibly loud to hear him roar. I still couldn't see him. I got lowered down more, and that's when I saw him. And he was laying down. He was real peaceful. And then he looked at me, but he didn't make a move. I guess it's not too often you see a New York City police officer being lowered down the side of a building. The window was actually open, maybe 6 or 7 inches. I took a shot with the rifle, and I hit him in the hind, and that's when he went berserk. Initially, he charged away, and when he hit the interior wall of the apartment, I could feel the outside of the building move. That's how big he was and how much, I guess, momentum he had. And then he turned around, and he just charged right at the glass window. So that's when I was like, all right, I'm going to be eaten by a tiger.
Eventually, the drugs took hold, and Ming lost consciousness. Animal welfare officers loaded Ming onto a gurney and took him onto the streets of Harlem. When Ming emerged, it was pandemonium.
He was magnificent. Like, who's ever going to see a tiger that close? As we're lifting him up, I had to touch him. Like, you see this beautiful fur and just this amazing creature.
The tiger was in remarkable health, but one of those who rescued it still believes that Antoine's decision to keep Ming was completely wrong.
I think the cat looked great, and I think Antoine, for having that cat there, should have went to jail. He had one of the most dangerous animals in the world in an apartment, so he didn't care about the public safety. He didn't care about a lot of things. I can't relate to the feeling that he has for this tiger, because if he loved that tiger, he wouldn't have had it there.
Eventually, Antoine gave himself up to the authorities. He was imprisoned for 6 months on Riker Island for reckless endangerment, and Ming was sent to live in a tiger sanctuary in Ohio.
Ironically, the most funniest thing was that we both was taken out of this free-ranging environment and placed in cages. For the first time, I never seen the inside of a jail, but I was placed in prison in a cage. Ming never seen inside of a cage, but that day he was placed inside of a cage.
It was one of the most remarkable tales to happen in the city. Only in New York, they said.